Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, especially in strong style, cinephile and Wandavision episodes 1 and 2. Let us geek about that for a scant few minutes. Now, of course, we know at this point, Wandavision is an MCU show. It's streaming on Disney Plus. It centers around Wanda and Vision, Scarlet Witch, as they navigate this world of sitcom televisions. They are truly sticking to that sitcom format. They have the laugh track and just the corny, over-the-top sort of characters from, at least, I've seen from, old, 60s type of sitcoms and stuff, and they're trying to live a normal life in this town of people. We know that they have their powers. They know they have powers, other people don't, so they're just trying to live this normal life. First episode centers on them trying to have a dinner with the Vision's boss from his job. Second episode is them participating in a magic show that the town is putting on as a fundraiser for the kids, as explicitly stated on the side. And it's interesting to say the least, this show. Now, they totally nail the whole throwback feel to those sitcoms, as I said, and the whole, the actual inclusion of the laugh track just makes me laugh every time I hear it. And I kind of wonder, though, with it, would we be as invested in the show if it were just coming just out of the gate, out of the blue, out of nowhere, as opposed to us being just already invested in the MCU. And I guess, it wouldn't, so I guess that's the advantage of us being 10 years plus invested into the idea of the MCU and into these characters. With the ultimate goal arc of the show, we're still kind of in the dark about it. It seems as they're living out their lives in this idyllic, corny, sitcom, fun, everybody likes each other, Golly Willikers kind of way, this kind of place. There's something just under the surface that's just kind of starting to kind of pick at Wanda, as we see her have these sort of interactions with these people where they suddenly kind of lose where they are. There's a whole bunch of background noise that's going on. They kind of trip out with the visuals. We see she encountered a toy helicopter that was I guess radio controlled helicopter that was in color, kind of wondering what that is, where it came from. And then you hear a voice saying, Wanda, who's doing that to you, who's doing this to you. And then we see at the end of the first episode that somebody is watching them on a monitor. So I'm kind of wondering, as this plays out, are they going to be have they been captured by somebody? Are they in some sort of mind-altering reality? They're being tortured, or they're being experimented on, or they're being held captive in some sort of place that has put them in this sort of mental scape. There's been plenty of comic book issues and movies and TV shows where they have this kind of setting where the characters are stuck in this reality, virtual reality thing that they feel is real, and then ultimately, as they kind of put two and two together, that this is not, what it seems, they kind of work their way to kind of break out. They find whatever sort of back door there is, and they break out. Will that be the case with WandaVision? As we saw from one of the promos, one of the characters asks them, if they're going to help them, if they're going to save them from whatever it is that's going on. We have yet to see, because that was from an episode, yet to come. So I'm kind of wondering where things are going to go, because we truly don't know at this point. I just believe that they're stuck in some, reality world, like a Mojo world, or arcade, the type of things, the kind of antics he would play on the superheroes in the comics. And it's just, as the episodes keep coming, which they're going to be on a weekly release basis, which is cool, slow burn, gives us time to talk about it. We'll follow them as they sort of pick away at this world and figure out that they're not a part of it, and try to figure a way out. Although we saw in the trailers that Wanda and Vision have this interaction where she says, this is their world, and they kind of resolve to fight for it. So that'll be interesting to see if they actually truly want to break out of the world that they're in, or if they're going to do something to take it with them, or it's just, everything is up in the air, because we have Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. She has reality-altering powers. Now, we haven't gotten into her full power set in the MCU in the context of the movies, but we know from the comics she has reality warping powers. She created children out of nothing. She took away all the mutants' powers at one point. So she has really just infinite Omega level type of powers. Now, will they get fully explored in the context of the series? Will they get fully explored in the context of the next Doctor Strange movie, which we know that Scarlet Witch is participating in? Saw comments from Elizabeth Olsen that the script is changing all the time, which that kind of worries me. But it remains to be seen kind of what plays out in that, because we know WandaVision is going to feed into Doctor Strange, and then we're going to bring in the multiverse and all these other sort of things. So is Wanda and her bid to either get out of this world or stay in this world going to be the catalyst that kicks off the multiverse, or it kind of breaks the universe? Because that's kind of what she does with her power. She breaks things. So is she going to break the universe, thus bringing us the multiverse, or break down the walls that lead to the multiverse, which can then bring in X-Men and Fantastic Four and all that kind of fun stuff that they're going to do down the line? Remains to be seen. All in all, WandaVision, first 2 episodes, it was cool. I like the gimmick. Just kind of curious to see where it goes and how the story plays out. What do you guys out there think? Did you watch the episodes? Like it? Dig the concept? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me, social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Till next time, till the next episode of that, or other stuff that we're covering on this channel. Let us geek.